Hello again, welcome to the English lesson. Today we will learn about Australia. It's one country on the one continent. And opening says book, let's write down the date. Today the 28th of April, and we will learn the Australia, and the great city of Australia is Sydney. The following information about lesson you may find in your student's book at page 103, but firstly let's read the text about Sydney. Sydney is the largest city in Australia with a population of 4.4 million. It is on the east coast of Australia, on the Pacific Ocean. Sydney is not the capital of Australia. The capital city is Canberra, a small city 280 kilometers southwest of Sydney. Most people speak English, but you can hear many other languages in Sydney. 30% of the population are from other countries, and there are always a lot of tourists. Popular tourist sites include the famous Harbour Bridge. Tourists like to walk along the bridge to get an amazing view of the city. Some even do the bridge climb, a fantastic walk to the top, 134 meters above the harbour. Sydney Opera House is one of the most famous buildings in the world. It looks like a group of giant seashells and houses a lot of concert halls and theaters. There are 70 beaches in Sydney. Bondi Beach is the most famous of them. People come here from all over the world to surf the big waves. Tourists love to spend Christmas Day here and eat Christmas dinner on the beach. Here you can see some pictures about the city. On the first picture here you can see the Sydney Opera House. It's a great buildings and looks like a wide sails and surrounded by water. Above you can see the Harbour Bridge. Harbour Bridge is famous and amazing building, and you can see, if you will be staying on the bridge, you will see the amazing view of the city. So try to read and translate the text about Sydney. Stop the video, please. In exercise number 1 you can see the questions about the text, and these questions will help you to speak about Sydney. For the first question, which country is in, you may speak about the map of this of the continent. So which part of the country is it in? Is it a capital city? How many people live there? What is the main language? Do you know any tourist site in Sydney? So these are questions should be answered in your copybook, and please try to use this question in speaking. Ребята, ответьте на вопросы упражнения 1, а также используйте 6 вопросов для того, чтобы подготовить рассказ устный о Сиднее и Австралии. Ответы на вопросы содержатся в тексте. Ваша задача внимательно еще раз прочитать текст, выполнить работу над пониманием текста, изучив новые слова, если таковые есть, а также подготовить рассказ. Task number 2. You can see task number 2 should be done in your copybooks. Следующее задание, ребята, должно быть выполнено вами в ваших тетрадях, но данное задание содержит широкий спектр работы, но наша с вами задача немного сократить и выполнить всего лишь 5 и 6 пункты, которые содержат в себе следующие задания. Find a map of the country to show the location of the city. Make a poster with your text, map and photos. Я думаю, вы поняли, о чем данная инструкция, поэтому ваша задача выполнить следующую работу. Фотографии ваших работ я жду в Classroom.
Australia. Australia is the smallest of the 7 continents, and it's entirely surrounded by water. It's also the only country in the world that covers an entire continent. At almost 3 million square miles, Australia is located below Asia in the southern hemisphere. That's how it got its nickname, the Land Down Under. Life down under is very unusual. It can go from scorching dry temperatures to very subtropical. In the southern hemisphere, stars and constellations appear upside down and reversed compared to the northern hemisphere. This is because the Earth turns on its axis from the north to the South Pole. Even the seasons are in reverse. So get out your winter parkas in the summer and surfboards during the holidays. And you'll definitely need sunscreen if you visit one of Australia's many deserts, like the Great Victoria Desert, the largest desert in the continent. Australia's warm, sunny climate and giant open spaces make for great outdoor adventures. Ready to camp out underneath the stars in the Australian outback? On clear nights, you can see almost 3,000 stars. Want to take a dip in the ocean? There are over 1,500 species of fish that live in the Great Barrier Reef, located in the Pacific Ocean, the largest coral reef in the world. Another natural wonder can be found in the heart of the continent, Uluru, a sacred rock formation that stands 1,100 feet tall. And of course, there are some incredible animals in Australia, like kangaroos and emus that live on the coast, and the cute marsupials like koalas and wombats, and unique animals like the platypus and camels. Australia has almost 1,000 different reptile species, including some of the most dangerous snakes. Even though many of the world's deadliest species live here, Australia is home to over 24 million people. The continent's first people, the Aborigines, arrived in Australia about 50,000 years ago. Australia is one of the most ethnically and geographically diverse nations in the world. What an incredible place. A beautiful island. I mean, country. Wait, continent. Well, you know what I mean. All of the above. Australia.